Alright guys, so update. We found the problem for the oil leak. There was actually a couple of oil leaks. I'll show you here real quick. There's a rear cam seal that was leaking here pretty bad, and it looked like someone tried to do a repair job on it, but very poorly. So it was leaking out of here. We had an oil line running to the turbo that was leaking really bad, which we discovered. And the reason why we ended up pulling these turbos out, because the oil line was leaking, was that this turbo, one of these turbos, was bad. So there's the thrust bearing on this thing. It's completely shot. So this turbo is actually good still. This turbo is bad. These are KO4 turbos actually that was on this car when we bought it. And let's see if I can get a shot of that. I don't think it's going to show up really well, but nah, that says KO4 on it though. And we found receipts for the car that actually had receipts in it where the previous owner did a KO4 upgrade. So these are KO4 turbos, and we're gonna just sell all this stuff. We're not gonna try to reuse it. We're just gonna sell them. And since we're gonna sell everything for the twin turbos, we've decided we're just gonna go with a single turbo setup. Everything's eBay on this single turbo setup. So the crossover pipe and eBay turbo and eBay everything. We did a quick test fit on this here real quick, and it doesn't fit all that well. But we might have to modify this pipe. It comes with the Precision V-band. We had a junkyard Precision turbo laying around that we mocked up on this thing, and basically it hits everything. It hits the intake manifold. You can't put a downpipe on it because it hits the valve cover. The fuel lines are in the way. Coolant, it's a mess. So we're gonna have to modify all this. But we did get our eBay turbos in, and we'll go ahead and unbox those so you can see what we got.
eBay stainless TT35 housing.
Actually looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Not terrible.
Okay. Close to fitting.
I'd say get rid of that lip and
it might fit, huh?
we might have a winner.
So the lip is a little bit different between this lip here and then this lip. Is it
offset a little bit? You can see how it's...
that's not even machined very well.
No.
No, that's not machined well at all.
So...
Looks like the V-band side of it is about the same though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
And then here's our eBay turbo. Is this our eBay turbo?
eBay billet wheel GT35.
Oh yeah, that's eBay all right. I always put those covers on there like that, that's for sure. So now that we got the oil leak and all that stuff figured out, and we decided we're going to go single, we're just going to have to start doing the math to make sure we don't go over budget. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, it looks okay. I guess we'll see how it performs. Alright. And what else did we get? That's it, right? For now?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright guys, so like I said, we found the oil line on, I think it was this side. I think it was the passenger side was leaking. The driver's side?
Yeah.
The driver's, okay, so the cam seal on the driver's side was leaking, but which oil line was leaking for the turbo?
Passenger side.
Passenger side oil line was leaking for the turbo, which destroyed the thrust bearing in the turbo. So that was the reason why oil was just pouring out of this thing. Because the oil line was leaking. So anytime there was pressure behind it, of course, it would leak. So we're going to go single, so we're going to have to figure out how to rerun all these oil lines and vacuum lines and coolant lines and such. So stay tuned, guys. I know we haven't been given a lot of updates, but that's kind of where we are right now. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to show you guys is we kind of put a little bit of time and elbow grease into this paint job, and it's actually looking pretty good. It's not going to show up too well. Well, maybe it will on the video. You can see my reflection there a little bit, but this body is actually pretty clean.
You can see on the roof the difference.
There we go. There's a difference on the roof. You can see it there. Wow. Shiny, not shiny. So the body's going to clean up pretty well, actually. And we might have a nice looking car. It might not run well, but it'll look decent. All right, guys. Thank you. Stay tuned for more videos.